Hey guys, Macky here. Welcome to my review. 1-1 draw at home at Stamford Bridge. Not the best feeling, especially considering the run that we've just been on. I mean, to be honest, for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me it feels like a loss. Because we've been doing so well, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of you were, on my predictions on my Instagram, a lot of you guys were up there saying 3-4-0, and I don't know, like all week I've had quite a bad feeling about this game, because it always happens in football when you're on like a good run that this kind of happens, that you just don't do it one game. I think, I've got to start off this review by saying hats off to Burnley, because I do think that they played well. I mean, they play good football. They've got a good manager in Sean Dyche, and they can play really well with him, and just the football that they play is really good. That Cornet that they've just signed, he's doing bits for them. So yeah, well done to them. But for us, I don't think Burnley were the better team. I think they were more organised than us. They played better, but overall they're not the better team. And I think what was wrong with us today is that we were just wasteful. It was like last season Chelsea. We weren't, we were creating chances, and it's just kind of frustrating. And it reminded me how frustrating the frustrating football we were playing last season, in terms of we're creating so many chances, we're dominating possession, we're playing as if we're going to win the game, but then we don't, because we don't score and we don't deliver. We don't bag the goal in the back of the net, and we didn't do that today, despite all the chances we had. I mean, Reece James was on absolute fire. He was up there in Burnley's box for literally half the game, and he's a right wing back. When your right wing back can do stuff like that, it's fantastic. Reece James is just, I've literally got to start, when I start talking about our team, I need to just say how fantastic he is of a player, and how lucky I literally feel honoured to have him in our team. I think once Kyle Walker hangs up his boots for England, because Kyle Walker is currently England's #1 right back, and I'm not gonna argue with that, but Once he retires, once he hangs up his boots, I think Reece James is going to take that spot as the number one right back, not Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think Reece James is just that much better. He's got it all. He's got everything you need, because he's a good defender. He's so strong, so tough, and so secure. Having him on the right, at the back, right wing back, anywhere on that right, even I'd even put him at centre-back. I think he'd do bits in the centre-back position. He's got that strong, dominant character and essence when he plays on the pitch. But not only that, is that he goes forward as well. He presses. He's great at like long crosses as well. He takes a lot of our corners when Mason Mount doesn't. He's really good at that. He's got a good kick. He's just got it all, and he's got such a good mentality as well. And I've got to start this off by just thank you, Reece James, and we are honestly, Chelsea fans, we're so lucky to have you, because you're an absolute baller, and this is only the start of his career. I'm so excited for 2-3 years to see the kind of player that he's going to become. I mean, even against Newcastle, he could have had a hat-trick. I mean, it's not often that defenders get hat-tricks in games, and the fact that he has the potential to score goals, as well as just being so dominant at the back of the pitch and have this dominant presence and such a good defender, I'm absolutely impressed and outstanded by him. So thank you. He was a crucial bit to our game today. Yeah, I think for me, what went wrong today is that we were pretty disorganised as a team. I mean, Tuchel's come in, and he's a very organised man. I mean, he never sort of puts the players out onto the pitch in a disorganised manner. We've always been sort of really solid on that bit. But today I think that was lacking, and when that's lacking, it's sort of like, I just feel like we didn't click. And football's a team sport. You need all the players to click. You need all the players to communicate with each other, know where each other is on the pitch. And I think today I wasn't getting that vibe. Not only were we disorganised, I think we were playing really boring football. We didn't, even after our first goal, when Kai Havertz scored, there was no sort of morale boost whatsoever. And usually when you score, go 1-0 up, I mean, it can do two things. It can boost your morale, boost the whole team morale, and make you do even better. or, which unfortunately is what happened today, it can sort of give you that comfort level and cause you to slack. And that's what happened. We slacked after we were 1-0 up. After half time, we came back and we weren't as good as we played in the first half. And I think scoring a goal has a lot to do with that. And sometimes players do that. I think you need sort of a 2-3-0 up comfort zone, not 1-0 up. 1-0 up is nothing. As we've shown today, 1-0 up, anything can happen from there. And it was just disappointing to watch, because it was just boring. And I don't want to be rude to our team, but it was boring football. It was boring to watch as a player, especially since we were home. All the fans are there, about 40,000 fans, and the football that we produced, it wasn't good enough. I do think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Mason Mount wasn't there. I mean, to make a comparison with Phil Foden, I think it's clear as football fans that when Phil Foden isn't playing for Man City, it doesn't show as much as when Mason doesn't play for us. I mean, they're both absolute ballers, and I'm not talking about their individual skill here. I'm talking about their contribution to their team. I think if Phil Foden doesn't play for City, they wouldn't necessarily miss him. If Mount doesn't play for us, I feel like everything goes wrong, and it's weird that one player can have that much effect on a team. But I honestly think Mason Mount has that effect, not only in terms of his contribution in the game and the football he plays, because he's an excellent footballer, as everyone can see, but just sort of his presence on the pitch. I think he's got a big character, a big personality, and he's a very, very crucial player. So, I mean, I was happy when Tuchel brought him on, but unfortunately it would look like it was too late, because we weren't able to really do anything after that, even though we had a few corners. But yeah, nothing really happened, unfortunately, and it was disappointing. Speaking about missing players, I think Timo Werner as well. I mean, you all know what I think of him. I think he's absolutely crucial to our team. He's just got something about him. His speed, it's just unmatched. He's so. We play better when Timo's on our team as well, I feel like. Ooh, sorry about that. Hang on. Sorry guys, I literally just got a call, so I had to turn it off. Where was I? I was saying that Timo Werner, that we basically, my point is that we miss him when he's not there. So the Timo haters, can they stop? Because when he comes back, you're going to see the difference of how we play with him. We just play more creative football and more exciting football with him on the pitch, because that's the kind of player that he is, and he has that effect on the whole team. Another player I wanted to mention is Lukaku. Obviously, a big problem, apart from the ones that I've spoken about just now, was that we couldn't really score goals, even though we had quite a lot of opportunity to. So Lukaku, obviously, maybe if he was playing, we could have actually got the ball behind the net past Nick Pope. Could have happened. I mean, Nick Pope is an incredible goalkeeper, but I think with Lukaku on, we could have had more chances to score goals. And, you know, that's all we needed to do, really, was just to get one extra goal and have a bit more comfort zone. If we were 2-0 up and they scored, they're not equalising, and they're not going to cause us to drop points. Not drop points, but we went in this game hoping to get 3 points, and we didn't. So, you know, with that comfort zone, that's where we could have got. So, yeah, overall, I mean, I don't want to be like too pessimistic, because a lot of individual players performed excellent today. As I mentioned, Reece James, Rudiger, also Ross Barkley. I think he played well. I mean, I haven't been his biggest fan this whole season. I think we have better players than him, but yeah, he was doing really well today. He was having a good game. It was a shame to see him come off. It was good for Loftus-Cheek to come on, but I don't think Barkley should have been the one who was sacrificed for that, to be honest, because he was having a good game, and he maybe if we kept him on, we would have had a different outcome. I don't know. We weren't playing the best football at the end of the day, and we've just got to remember to keep our heads up. We're still top of the table. It's early on in the season, and we're still going to win the league, guys. I mean, it's not like we lost, even though it feels like a loss. We didn't lose, you know, only a draw. But yeah, hopefully back on track soon. I mean, we've got Leicester away coming up. I mean, that'll be a difficult game. that will be more of a test than this game is. But maybe we'll come in there with more fire, more sauce, because we were lacking on that today. Maybe the players would relax, especially 1-0 up and being home. Burnley as well, weren't expecting that to happen. So yeah, I just hope that we can. Tuchel's probably giving the players a lot of stick in the dressing room right now, and hopefully we'll come back from this stronger. It's only a draw, okay? We're not doing as bad as United are right now. Thank God, you know, we're not United fans, Chelsea fans. We're top of the league. So let's all try stay positive, back all the players, because at the end of the day, they're world class, amazing players. And yeah, anyway, cheers for listening to my review, guys, and I hope you all have a lovely time wherever you are. Cheers, guys.